This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Wednesday, the first day of September in the year 2021. I'm Gordon Mosley. Here's what we're tracking tonight. An abusive relationship ended tragically this morning as a 45-year-old man from Dorsey on the west bank of the Marara murdered his wife, then took his own life. The dead couple has been identified as Roland Rodriguez and the wife, 37-year-old Camille Robertson Rodriguez. Reports state that the man brutally stabbed the woman to death during an argument, then took his own life. His body was found hanging. The bodies were discovered by the dead woman's young son. A nephew of the woman told reporters that the husband and wife were involved in an argument late last night. He said this morning the woman's young son contacted him to break the news about the murder-suicide.
Me know what happened after then until this morning, when the little boy came home and tell me that he saw his stepfather hanging in the house with a rope. And I end up go there. And when I go there, I probably blind and I see the man, but I didn't see the girl yet. And I decide to slam down the door. When I slam down the door, this when I see she lying on the bed, punch her belly, and he was hanging, and blood all over the floor. And we didn't touch anything, nothing like that. And this might say the story for now, because that's all I know.
The man said the couple would have arguments and disagreements regularly, but he's unsure what led to the murder and suicide. There are reports that the man had repeatedly issued threats to the woman during some of their previous arguments, and he was warned by family members against doing anything stupid. Police investigators are probing the tragedy tonight. More news coming up in just a moment.
I swear you're always late, Mom. Told you 2 hours ago I'm coming to take you on the road and you still ain't ready yet?
Not today. I know you're looking, I gotta pay my phone bill and my internet bill and I can't find it in the post. You bring it just the other day, man.
Like I said, you're always late. You know GTT sending you bills straight to your WhatsApp now with their new WhatsApp billing service? Let me show you how to sign up on the website. No more querying at the office. Doesn't matter if bills come late in the mail anymore. Even if you lose it again at the house, all you need to do from now on is open WhatsApp to access your monthly bills.
No, you can tell me that.
Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life.
A message from Republic Bank.
We've got exciting news! All 12-ounce yellow cab Buster are now only $100. Buster, live in
Come
full
get
color.
your Buster, Buster $100. Come get your Buster, Buster $100.
I'm in a rush. Digital got me in a rush. Driving style for the summer. Digital summer rush.
Nobody's doing it big like Digicel this summer. Top up with $1,000 or more and collect the letters to spell the word RUSH for a chance to win one of 3 brand new Toyota Rush SUVs. Yes, you heard it right. 3 brand new Toyota Rush SUVs.
Driving style for the summer. Hey, Digicel summer rush.
Start topping up now.
Mom, what are you doing with GPL on your list?
Child, you forgot I have to pay GPL?
You got time with GPL.
I have to keep these lights on. The customers who think in that manner and refuse to honor their obligation to GPL are obviously not playing their part in ensuring quality service delivery. So, I will continue to pay my GPL bill on time, every time.
I recognize the value of your point, Mom. You were right.
Let GBTI make your dreams of owning a home a reality. Buy or build your home with us. Let us help you to completely outfit your home and make it move-in ready. Need to purchase land? We finance that too. Benefit from our 10% down payment and interest rates as low as 4.25%. Calculated on the reducing balance with up to 30 years to repay. Switch your mortgage to us and learn about benefiting from the equity in your home. Invest wisely. Apply online or call your branch to schedule an appointment. GBTI. We see Guyana through your eyes.
Welcome back. We turn now to the education sector. The Ministry of Education has launched a 5-year strategic plan to address the many challenges facing the country's education sector. At the launch this morning, Education Minister Priya Manichan said the plan is a culmination of extensive consultations and collaboration with a range of local and international education stakeholders and partners. It has been built on 5 pillars, which, according to the minister, effectively captures the core areas of demand in the education sector.
Improving governance and accountability in the system, improving performance at all levels, improving the efficiency of the system, reducing inequalities, and contributing to lifelong learning and employability are all strong, attainable objectives. They align to the Sustainable Development Goals and to the manifesto promises of the political party which was elected into government.
Minister Manichan said while the education sector over the years has made significant strides, it is nowhere close to where it should be, explaining too that the COVID-19 pandemic only made matters worse for the sector.
It is vital that we translate these plans from their current theoretical state to their workable, practical dimensions. The success of this plan will only be realized when every officer, every administrator, every teacher, student, parent, and stakeholder understands what it means in real terms for each of them.
Meanwhile, the Chief Education Officer, Dr. Marcel Hudson, said the plan also aims to bridge the education divide between the coastland and the hinterland.
The plan will help keep children in school, and you will see that how. From teachers to administrators, keep them connected as we magnanimously embrace technical and vocational education, special education needs, the use of ITC, and the like.
The 5-year education plan also seeks to hold educators accountable for their actions and increase collaboration among stakeholders. There have been previous plans developed for the education sector over the years. The new plan is expected to build on the successes of the previous ones. Let's tell you now that 2 elderly men ages 73 and 81 who were fully vaccinated against COVID-19 but had a number of ailments are among the recent COVID-19 deaths in the country. During a press conference today, the health minister revealed that both men who contracted the virus after they were already vaccinated had a number of underlying conditions. One of the men suffered from diabetes, hypertension, and the respiratory ailment. Dr. Anthony said the 2 deaths are not linked to the vaccines.
We've had 2 cases where persons passed away, but they have had both doses. They have had severe comorbidities. In both cases, they've had more than 1 illnesses. So the prognosis outside of the vaccine, the prognosis would have been bad to begin with, right? And it's not, you can't just say, well, it's the vaccine or anything of the sort. It's just the condition the persons had. They were extremely sick.
The health minister said there have been no other deaths related to fully vaccinated persons. He said the chances of fully vaccinated persons becoming hospitalized with the virus remain low.
But generally, as we know, these vaccines, because they produce antibodies, they help to defend people, and that's why we're not seeing many persons coming into the hospital who have been vaccinated.
But another trend that has been causing a headache for the health minister is that there are persons who have received the first dose of one of the vaccines and have not been showing up for their second dose. He said most of the persons who have died from the virus were unvaccinated.
We do have persons who have had partial vaccination, meaning that they had 1 shot, that came into the hospital. So we do have those. But in many cases, these persons also have had a lot of comorbidities. In some cases, more than one comorbidities.
The health minister assured that the vaccines are safe and remain the best bet to fight the virus, which has claimed 624 lives in Guyana. In the past 24 hours, Guyana has also recorded 222 new cases of COVID-19, taking the total number of active cases to more than 1,900, with 34 persons in the intensive care unit. The government's COVID-19 vaccination drive for adolescents is picking up pace, with over 3,000 of the nation's children who are 12 to 17 years old receiving the first dose of the Pfizer jab. During today's COVID-19 update, the Health Minister, Dr. Frank Anthony, said he is pleased in the interest shown to get children vaccinated.
So far, since we have started this exercise last Thursday, as of today, we have given out about 3,412 doses of the Pfizer vaccine to our children. So it is going good. We have a very strong partnership with the Ministry of Education, and it is rolling out smoothly. And as we gain momentum, I think more and more parents will bring their children.
The vaccination of children is a key component for the reopening of schools in the country. Schools are set to reopen their doors next Monday. Although not mandatory at this time, it is the hope of the authorities that parents will approve their children to be vaccinated so that the school system can return to some level of normalcy. There are more than 58,000 children who fall into the category of those that should be vaccinated, according to the Ministry of Health.
I know we are already getting requests to come out to some other areas, but we have a system how we're working, and very shortly we'll be out in every region.
Guyana recently received over 146,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine, which has been approved for children between the ages of 12 and 18 years old. The Ministry of Education has been encouraging parents to give consent for their children to be vaccinated against the virus. Additionally, the health minister has stated that with the Delta variant circulating, children should be protected, since that variant spreads faster and appears more dangerous, especially among children. The 60-year-old Burmese bandit Rishi Barrett, who was beaten to death by a group of men, suffered a fractured skull and brain hemorrhage, causing his death, according to the post-mortem examination. The post-mortem exam was conducted by government pathologist Dr. Nihal Singh. The remains have since been handed over to the family for last rites. 12 men have been arrested in connection with the murder. Police investigators have reported that at least 4 of the men have already confessed to the crime. The beloved bandit was at his Crabwood Creek home on Saturday night when he ventured outside to ask a group of alcohol-drinking men to lower the volume of their music and move from in front of his premises. The religious leader got into a row with the men, who attacked and assaulted him about his body and to the head. The beating continued, although the man's relatives pleaded with the men to stop. When they did stop, the bandit laid motionless. He was rushed to the hospital, where doctors pronounced him dead. The Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha and the Mahasabha have both condemned the brutal murder and are demanding swift justice against his killers. Well, 3 days after the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit issued a wanted bulletin for his arrest, promoter and disc jockey Dexter Morris, also known as DJ Bajan, turned himself in. In the company of his attorney, Morris turned himself into Kanu headquarters yesterday. He's under investigation in relation to the over 500 pounds of marijuana that was found during a Kanu operation last weekend. Morris, who's also a minibus driver, is suspected to have played a role in the transport of the large quantity of marijuana. 2 other men, Ajay Mahadio and Joseph Wilkinson, have since been charged in connection with the same case. They have both been remanded to jail. Morris is expected to face the court before the end of the week. The marijuana bust took place on Friday during a joint operation. The large quantity of marijuana was found at 3 different locations, including inside a minibus, according to Kanu. Turning now to the housing sector, the Central Housing and Planning Authority and the Ministry of Housing are set to complete 200 houses that are part of the government's housing project at Cummings Lodge by the end of October. Construction on another 200 houses in the same area that are part of the same project has already started. The government has indicated that over 8,000 persons have applied for the government's housing project. Similar projects are being done in various communities and regions. On Tuesday, President Irfan Ali paid an impromptu visit to the housing project at Cummings Lodge. It was explained to the president that 13 contractors employing more than 1,500 skilled and semi-skilled persons are carrying out the project. The president inspected the homes and interacted with some of the contractors on the ground during his visit. He also paid a visit to the road link that is currently being constructed from Mandela Avenue to Eccles. Additionally, President Ali made a visit to the Providence community, where 200 flat houses are being constructed as part of a public-private partnership. The Housing Ministry has been distributing more house lots in a number of communities across the country, as it has also noticed an increase in applications for those house lots and government housing.
Hi Guyana, this is Tamika Marshall, and I'm here to bring you some need-to-know information on the CDC. So first off, what is the CDC? The CDC, our Civil Defense Commission, is responsible for disaster risk management in Guyana and offers support when affected by floods, droughts, health hazards, now oil spills, etc. It's important to know that disaster risk management extends to every individual, family, community, government, and private sector organizations. I think we can all agree that prevention is better than cure. So what can we all do as individuals to reduce our impact on disasters? Let's look at our most common and frequent hazard, flooding. By law, every individual is responsible for cleaning their drains in front of their homes and parapet. You'll find that improper garbage disposal will result in clogged drainage. So when it rains, there's a flood. Let's do our little part by using trash cans and disposing of our waste properly to reduce and prevent flooding. Want to do even more? Then join the CDC Volunteer Corps. I myself just joined actually. For more information and live updates on the CDC, follow them on Facebook and Instagram and check out their website, cdc.gy.
CDC, here protecting all the way from any emergency.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
We've got exciting news! All 12-ounce yellow cab Buster are now only $100. Buster, live in
Come
full
get
color.
your Buster, Buster $100. Come get your Buster, Buster $100.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right. Walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
I swear you're always late, Mom. Told you 2 hours ago I'm coming to take you on the road and you still ain't ready yet?
Not today. I know you're looking, I gotta pay my phone bill and my internet bill and I can't find it in the post. You bring it just the other day, man.
Like I said, you're always late. You know GTT sending you bills straight to your WhatsApp now with their new WhatsApp billing service? Let me show you how to sign up on the website. No more querying at the office. Doesn't matter if bills come late in the mail anymore. Even if you lose again at the house, all you need to do from now on is open WhatsApp to access your monthly bills.
No, you can tell me that.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up. Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Across the region tonight, Venezuela's main opposition party said yesterday they will participate in November's regional and local elections. A strategy reversal after boycotting previous elections they argued were not free or fair. The opposition's decision was made as a more than 2-year push to oust President Nicolas Maduro through international pressure, and calls for the military to switch allegiance has failed. Opponents labeled Maduro a dictator, who they said rigged his 2018 re-election and violates human rights to quash dissidents. Opponents have labeled Maduro a dictator, who they claim rigged 2018 re-election and violates human rights to quash dissent. That frustration has led many opposition politicians to clamor for Juan Guaido, an opposition legislator elected in 2015 and later recognized by the U.S. as interim president, to change tack as U.S. sanctions add to the OPEC members' economic woes. Maduro welcomed the opposition's announcement as a change from calls for sanctions and military intervention. The widow of Haiti's slain President Jovenel Moïse has called on the international community to help track down those responsible for gunning down her husband in a late-night raid by suspected mercenaries at the couple's home back in July. Moïse's assassination plunged the Caribbean nation, already plagued by gang violence, further into chaos and triggered a hunt for the masterminds across the Americas. The former First Lady Martine Moïse told Reuters in a room flanked by bodyguards on Monday that while Haitian authorities had made some advances, she feared progress had slowed. Nearly 2 months after the July 7 assassination of her husband, key aspects of the murder remain shrouded in mystery. Haitian police have arrested more than 36 suspects, including 18 Colombian mercenaries. An obscure Haitian-American doctor, they say, aspired to be president and the head of Moïse's security team, but they have not provided much information to the public as evidence. And finally tonight, international news. Zambia's new president has told the BBC that he has inherited an empty treasury, while horrifying amounts of money had been stolen. He said people are still trying to make last-minute movements of funds, which are unauthorized and which are not theirs, the president said. He defeated his rival Edgar Lunga in presidential elections last month. The new president, Hakainde Hichilema, did not name any officials. Mr. Lunga has previously denied any wrongdoing. The BBC said it has approached his party for comment. Lunga governed the copper-rich nation since 2015. He was widely praised for the smooth transition of power to the new president, who won the presidency after 5 failed attempts. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley, reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.